Hello everyone and welcome to my mysterious modern speed build video. This house is actually going to feature in my new Let's Play series where I'm going to be recording the 100 Vampire Challenge by Anchesenamon Sims. I'm actually going to be starting college in September, so I decided that now would be the perfect time while I've got a few weeks off before I begin to record this challenge, and hopefully I can get it finished before September. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to record once I start college. I'm going to have to work around it, and I'm probably only going to get 1 day off a week, 2 if I'm really lucky, if I can work out my schedule so that I can work around college a bit more. But yeah, so I wanted to take part in this challenge before then. Of course, my Runaway Teen series and my Time at Portia series will continue as best I can. I'm just not sure if I'll be able to record a third Let's Play as well. So I'm currently working on the house. For this, you are only allowed 20,000 simoleons to build it, which will include the lot price. So of course you only have 18,000 to build the house. You purchase the 30 by 30 lot on Forgotten Hollow. You need to make sure that the house has a coffin and a garden patch. Of course, your vampire needs to have a coffin to sleep in, and the garden patch is essential because you're going to be taking part in some aspirations, and one of them is the freelance botanist aspiration. So I'm not going to go over the rules right now. I'll go over them more once I start the challenge. But right now I'm building the house. Now I tried to keep this in a kind of theme that wouldn't look too out of place in Forgotten Hollow, but of course it's kind of difficult because I didn't have a lot of money to like do a second floor or anything, so I tried to use like the windows, but then I couldn't resist using the Seasons door because I love that door. And so anyway, the interior of the house is going to be completely different. The interior is going to be quite modern and normal and quite vibrant compared to the outside, but the outside fits in with Forgotten Hollow. So I'm just currently moving the house around, trying to get things looking a little bit more symmetrical. I've built a chimney at the side, but I'm actually going to remove that because when you put a fireplace and you have the walls kind of half down, you get this cutout bit behind the fireplace, and I don't like it. So in the end, I kind of create a bit of a fake chimney just so that it looks like there's a chimney, but there actually isn't. The house will also shrink down a bit because as I get near the end of the video, I kind of run out of money and ended up with this big room with the bay window that just I didn't have anything to put in. I didn't know what to put in it. So I actually built her a fake kitchen. She's going to have to complete the Friend of the World aspiration, and I kind of thought, you know what, she may need to pretend that she's not a vampire and to befriend people, so I put in a fake kitchen in case she needs to entertain any guests that she may want to have around, and of course it means that they won't be as suspicious, of course. Now in this video you'll see my sim self. If you haven't seen it yet, I did a creating my sim self video for my 1-year YouTube anniversary because I was actually going to play this Let's Play with my sim self. However, when I turned her into a vampire, I forgot to change her traits, so I changed them using the full Kaz edit cheat. Unfortunately, the old traits stuck, and she was a loner previously, and she had the loner moodlet after I'd actually removed the traits. So that was a bit bugged, so I've decided to actually create a sim for this challenge, so I won't be playing it with my sim self. I've created a vampire called Lily Redmond. I may do a Kaz video for it. I have recorded it, but it's whether I can have time to sort that out as well, but I probably will, to be honest. But as well, another reason for changing from my sim self is because I've actually decided to do this challenge using a sim with traits that I would never use, like rarely use, if ever. And basically, Lily Redmond will be an evil vampire with a mean streak because she likes being mischievous, and she's also a kleptomaniac. Because I just thought, do you know what? I never use those traits, and it's something Frimlin said to me, is push yourself to do something, try using some traits you never use. He's been doing it a bit more recently with Lysa in his Angel and an Alien Let's Play, and soon to be her Let's Play when he creates it. So, you know, I just thought, why not do something different? So you may not like the traits that I've given her, but do you know what? It's for fun, and you need an evil vampire. She's got to turn 100 Sims into vampires, so she needs to be evil, because a good vampire wouldn't want to turn other Sims. They would just, you know, want to be good and just live out their existence eating plasma fruit, but that's not going to happen in this Let's Play. So I'm currently working on the living room, and I changed the sofas a few times and ended up going with one that I didn't particularly want to use, but money was limited, so once she gets some more money, I'll be able to make this house look a little bit more like what I wanted. But I was trying to go for a bit of a modern theme, so I kind of went with reds and whites and blacks in the living room. Just changing the lights. I quite like these. I believe these are the seasons lights that I put in. And she gets a nice little reading area as well. Put in a TV, but I tried to put in a more expensive one at first and then changed it right down to the cheap one. I don't actually like using that cheap television. It looks horrendous, but never mind. It'll have to do. This build, of course, with the restricted amount of money, isn't very cluttered. It's got the essential items in. But apart from that, it's not overly cluttered or decorated. It's quite minimalistic, I guess. Yeah, so she gets a little coffin room to the right, which I believe I've already placed in. Yes, I have. And a little bathroom. Now, the bathroom will move, and the big room to the right will shrink down because I've made it too big. And I was trying to kind of claw back a little bit of money. So they will rearrange a little bit. And the back door will change as well to something different, because I realised actually that door that I placed in at the back is actually quite expensive. So I end up using the 2-tile seasons door, which kind of, I guess, fits, you know, with the front door as well. Just working on the coffin room, trying to make it look a little bit nicer, and I'm trying to find the book on a pedestal, and it took me a while to find it. For some reason I couldn't remember what category it was in. And I also kind of put a portrait on the wall, which I suppose you could see as, you know, that was a portrait of her parents a long time ago. It's kind of old style portrait. At first I was looking at the vampire ones, and then I thought, no, I don't want a picture of Vlad on my wall, so I will switch to the other portrait in a moment. What else did I do? Oh, I created a bay window area, but unfortunately I don't actually have enough money to put the window seat in. But that's something I will do once Lily gets enough money. And the garden isn't very detailed, but again, it's just a money situation. It's once she has some more money, I'll do more with it. But it works. She's got a couple of planters, so that she can grow some plants and what have you. And then there's just a few forgotten hollow trees around, just to make it look a little bit less bare. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to starting this challenge. I'm not quite sure yet on what the schedule will be. I'll figure that out as I go, because as I said, I want to try and finish this series before I start college in September. So I may or may not do 2 videos a week. I might just keep it at 1 video. I'm not quite sure yet, but I'll figure that out as I go along. There we are. The house is now at the shape that it will be. And here I am trying to claw back a bit of money, changing things up. I really liked that big rug across the whole room, but it's actually quite expensive. And just working on the kitchen and what have you. Now the show kitchen, as I call it, because she obviously doesn't need to eat. All the vampires can eat unless you give them the negative power that makes them nauseous when they eat human food. Right, so I'm not going to talk over the rest of this video. I'm going to leave you with a bit of music and the house tour at the end. If you want to download this house, it will be available on the Sims 4 gallery under the name My Inner Sim. I will link to the house in the description. Of course, there will also be the details for Anchesenamon Sims, and of course I mentioned Frimlin, so there'll be his details in the description as well. So do check out their channels. So I really hoped you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. Please subscribe if you want to be notified of new videos. Please leave a comment. All comments are welcome, and I always reply as soon as I can. And I really hope you enjoyed this speed build video, and thanks for watching.